As you watch this movie, Chosen One, what I'm about to say might surprise or even shock you. Random event. They have been hiding something crucial from you all this time because they know that if you learn it, you will reach your full potential. But now is the time for you to find out what they have been hiding. Your childhood holds a very special secret. Your real name, your real identity. They took away your childhood identity and did everything they could to make sure you wouldn't realize it. During your childhood, God witnessed everything and patiently awaited the appropriate moment to reveal the truth to you. If this video found you, God wants you to discover yourself. This video will take you on a deep journey into your childhood and awaken your spirituality. It's time to remember your youth and figure out this code. Of course, if you watch this video all the way through, you'll discover that it's not just another old story. You had a unique childhood, but you don't know much about it. Now I want you to do 3 things. Like the video, subscribe so we can get 10,000 subscribers, and leave the number 99 in the comments. This number has a lot of power, and it will power the video. Also, if you are truly chosen, you will watch this video all the way to the end because you know this message is for you. Now we are going on a deep journey to find out who you really are. Think about your life. Maybe it's like a mystery map. Obviously, there are parts of it that you need to find the key to. You may have felt something different since you were a child. At times that are hard to describe, some feelings have no meaning and others are completely shut out, but your inner voice keeps telling you there is more. What if I told you that these feelings aren't just illusions, but a clear sign of your true mission? There are patterns that the chosen ones can't see that keep them from understanding their spiritual journey. Little things that don't seem important can hide deep messages. No one pays attention to these signs. Unfortunately, most people go through life without realizing who they are. But your story was different, wasn't it? You grew up with a sense that life wasn't as simple as your teachers had taught you. While everyone else was caught up in the chaos of daily life, you believed there was a reality. Beyond it all, you were exploring emotional depths that no one else could understand. Have you ever thought about this? Were all of these moments random, or was the truth hiding from you? Is there something missing because no one has ever explained the meaning of these signs in simple terms? The answers to these questions can be so powerful that they change the way you see your life. If you have had these experiences, you are not here by accident. If you keep going, you'll find out why you feel so different from other people. Do you remember those times as a child when you started to think that something wasn't quite right? The world seemed to move in a way that didn't always make sense, and other kids were playing normal games. You kept asking yourself if there was a truth that no one else could see, a layer that only you could see. If you told someone this, they might think you were thinking too much and call you a dreamer. But deep down, you knew this wasn't true. I want to tell you something that no one has ever told you before. Your lack of a sense of belonging is a sign, not a fault. Few people really understand why the chosen ones have felt this way since they were kids. They have been sent to live in a world that doesn't reflect who they really are. From an early age, they undergo questioning, shaping, and training for a mission beyond their imagination. Has anyone ever encountered someone who adheres to the same beliefs and leads a dull life? Have you ever seen the lack of interest in someone's eyes as they go through life without questioning anything? You've always known there is something deeper waiting to be found. You are aware of your mind awakening. While most people are still deep asleep, the world you are experiencing right now is only the beginning. As your awareness grows, more intriguing signs start to show up. I want to know if you're ready to go deeper into reality. Have you ever walked into a place and felt like something was different, like there was an invisible presence there and the atmosphere around you was strongly felt? You may have given it a lot of thought, but what if it's not just a dream, Maybe you've had a different perception of the energies of people and places since you were a child. While other kids played, you felt like everything was filled with an invisible force that spoke to your soul. You followed the details hidden in your mind when you closed your eyes. Everything in the world seemed more intense and had more than one meaning to you. You always felt like something was missing, but you knew there was a truth to it. Getting past illusions. Your body was picking up those invisible signals even before things happened. This feeling is part of your physical, spiritual, and emotional evolution. You may have known how other people felt long before they put it into words. Have you often felt worn out by carrying other people's emotional loads? Have you felt overwhelmed by large groups of people and lost in difficult situations, but no one ever told you why? Remember that being emotionally sensitive is not a weakness, it's a gift. The chosen often have a stronger energy field that lets them pick up on frequencies that most people can't. But sometimes this power can feel like a burden. If you lose control, you can be exposed to energies that don't belong to your souls and feel other people's pain and sorrow. Maybe as a child you didn't realize how deeply certain people or places affected you. Have you asked yourself why you absorb so easily, or why you get so tired when you're with certain people? Your soul has been connected to a larger structure, and your awareness serves as evidence that you are on a genuine mission. What's more intriguing is that not everyone has this kind of experience. Right now, only a small group of people do. Take a moment to think deeply about when you sensed that something wasn't right before that event. It's not a chance, it's your body's way of protecting you. This level of awareness is just the start of the next step. May show you a sign you've never seen before, and once you understand it, you'll never see your life the same way again. Have you ever had a dream that was so vivid and real that when you woke up, you felt like you had really lived in a different world and a different time? The most intriguing thing is that these dreams may have come true later. Maybe you went to a place you had never been before. You had been there before and felt like you knew the place well. Suddenly something that seemed impossible happened. Real, just like in your dream. It's not a coincidence if this has happened to you. Since childhood, many chosen beings have had dreams that science can't explain. These dreams are visions and messages they have while sleeping, but your mind is always available. While you sleep, the boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms blur, and the universe explores new avenues for communication with you. These dreams are not random visions, they are part of something much bigger. Many of the chosen may have recurring dreams about places they've never been, and then meet those places later in life. Other people may dream about strangers and have this experience when they meet. Some also receive direct messages. When they wake up, a set of words repeat in their minds, seemingly intended to convey a serious message. Dreams and intuition serve as unmistakable indicators of your selection. How often have you had a strange feeling about something that was going to happen, like your body knew about it before your mind did? For example, you may have felt a heaviness in your chest when you heard bad news or an unexplainable sense of peace before a big event. You may have felt the heaviness in other people's souls before they spoke a word. This is due to the stronger intuitive perception of the chosen ones who are able to detect emotional signals and sense perceptions before events occur. But what does this mean, and why do some people make these kinds of connections? Some people may not care at all, but the truth is that not everyone is this sensitive. Many people go through life without noticing the universe's signs, but the chosen ones are born open to perception. That's what their design is all about. Send this video to someone you care about to gain a deeper understanding. You can assist them in uncovering their childhood signs and discovering their true identity. Click the Super Thank You button to show your support for this movie. Regardless of the amount you contribute, allow it to serve as a sign that God is delivering this message to you precisely when you need it. Use your support to say, "I got your message." Pause and reevaluate God. Let's delve deeper into the core of the issue. How often have you experienced the sensation of dreaming or been awakened by your intuition about something you knew before it happened? What happened to you may have been a sign of a bigger plan. What's more, the power of these signs grows over time. Your dreams become clearer and your intuition stronger. What is the next step in this progression? When these signs start to show up more often, how will they affect you? In the coming minutes, you will comprehend the significance of these traits. You will know that you are not going through this trip by yourself. You are about to start a new journey if you see these signs. During what times have you truly felt alone? Have there been times when you knew there was an unseen force leading you, even when things were hard? You sometimes struggle to explain this, but you feel like something inside you can help. You make the right choices. This feeling is real, not something you're making up. Throughout their lives, the chosen often have synchronized experiences. It's as if life is guided by a higher power. If you make a quick choice in a tough situation, you may find yourself out of a lot of trouble, or an opportunity will knock on your door when you need it the most. Unexpected events also seem to happen when you hadn't considered the connections. What if I told you that these coincidences are really not coincidences? Since childhood, the chosen have felt this presence. Some see it as a gentle voice in their minds telling them which path to take, while others feel that they are always present enough in the right place. The details are often too subtle and complex to see. Did you feel safe when you were randomly looking for safety from danger? Has someone or something changed your life in a way that you can't explain? Have you ever discovered that a last-minute decision helped you overcome a challenging situation? Have there been times when you thought certain doors were closing, but then a better chance came along? This isn't random. It's a sign that you are being guided by a higher power. There are many ways that this force can show itself. Sometimes it comes through a mental thought, and other times it comes through an inner knowing that comes in silence, but it often appears when things are tough. How many times have you been lost in despair, only to have an unexpected solution appear in those moments? Do you realize that this is a sign that the universe has sent you as a gift because the chosen ones have a mission? When a chosen one starts to feel lost, there is always something mysterious that brings them back to find their way. Stop and think, how many times in your life have you found yourself in a situation where everything was going wrong and you believed you had found a direction on the path you needed? If you have never felt alone, perhaps this is another sign that you are a chosen one. If this is true, what you need to know is very important, because your connection with the higher power becomes even stronger when you finally realize your true purpose. In the next few minutes, you will discover that these forces are trying to guide you towards a mission greater than you ever imagined. Have you ever met someone for the first time and felt like you knew them before, like there was a familiar energy between you? Or have you ever visited a place for the first time and had an indescribable feeling like that place was part of your story? If you've had either of these experiences, know that it's not a coincidence. The chosen ones form inexplicable spiritual connections with certain people and places. These connections are not the result of a simple imagination. They are the interaction of something much deeper in the form of energy perception. Perhaps since childhood, you have felt certain people come into your life and you have developed a connection with them even though you may not know what that means. A friend or guide who has come together historically, someone who shows up when you need help the most, someone who brings profound changes and teaches vital lessons. But how is this possible? The truth is that spiritual connections are not limited to this lifetime. They are a part of ancient bonds, spiritual covenants, and timeless reunions. Some individuals intentionally enter your life to help you awaken, while others step in to teach you life lessons, sometimes to help you overcome difficulties and pain. Have you ever experienced a profound sense of connection, as if you were in a place that your soul recognized? It's as if you were rediscovering your life in a different dimension. Places that recognize these souls who have carried losses in the past, many chosen ones have had intent, déjà vu experiences, a momentary connection to a forgotten piece of information from the past, because the memory of the soul extends far beyond this lifetime, and when you feel this deep connection, your soul rediscovers things and makes sense of them. And the most critical point here is that these connections are never accidental. They are part of your life journey, another dimension of awakening. If someone comes into your life and awakens a profound shift within you, pay attention to that. If a place moves your heart for no reason, observe it, because nothing is random. The universe is constantly sending you signs, helping you to find the right path through these mysterious connections. Now I ask you, have you ever experienced this when you meet another person and you feel as if they are always part of your journey? Or maybe when you traveled somewhere, did you feel an inner sense of closeness? If you have had such an experience, this could be another sign that you are a chosen one, and in the next few minutes, these hidden connections will reveal important clues that will help you understand your true mission. Have there been times when you felt like you didn't quite belong in this world? Have there been moments when you believed that despite your presence here, a greater purpose awaited you? Some people feel intensely lonely from childhood, even when they are with other people. This feeling can be challenging to explain. It's not loneliness, it's the feeling that no one fully understands you. While others think that everything is going smoothly in the world, you feel a sense of unease inside you. You may have always felt that the world is not exactly as it seems to be, and you may have believed that there is another reality beyond the teachers. When you have tried to convey this to others, perhaps you have been met with strange looks, satisfaction, or a reaction that says it's only in your head. Over time, you learn to suppress these feelings, preferring to keep them inside because you know that others could never understand what you saw. But the truth is that this loneliness is not a mistake. It is part of your awakening process now. I ask you a question. How many times have you felt strange, not understood, or seen by others for who you really are? If you have experienced such feelings, know that this is not the end, it is only the beginning. In the coming moments, you will discover that this loneliness is preparing you for a much greater purpose. When the moment of realization comes, you will never look at this feeling in the same way again. Let me explain this to you. You will see that none of what you have experienced in the past was accidental. Every situation that you have felt since childhood, your loneliness, every experience that you cannot explain, is all part of a much greater purpose. The world has tried to tell you that these feelings are normal, that your intuitions are simply coincidences, and that the dreams your imagination creates are not real. But deep down, there was always a feeling that this was not true. Now that moment of realization has come. You are experiencing all your feelings because you are one of the chosen ones. The signs are always there. Your increased sensitivity, your intuition, your strong connections with certain people and places, and the invisible force that guides you through difficult times are all signs that you are one of the chosen ones. All this is not random. The universe is always trying to show you why you were born, now that you realize everything is not a coincidence. Once you accept that you are a chosen one, your intuition will get stronger, and the signs from the universe will become clearer. If you are a true chosen one, you must have received many of these signs in your childhood. Now that you know who you are and understand it better, you can support the video by thanking God for this spiritual awakening. God sees your support and will repay you for what you have given. Now I want you to answer this question. Was there a special sign you received in your childhood